Well, hello people, my name is Bigman and this here is some Battlefield 3, of course. I'm playing some Brush on Grand Bazaar, defending here with the F2000. And that gameplay is just there so you can see it, but it's not exactly going to be the main focus of what is going to be going on in this video. Now, some of you may and some of you may not know that Battlefield 4 has pretty much been announced. Now, for people that aren't aware of what is going on, basically an advert appeared on Origin, which is EA's, only that triple kill there, which is EA's sort of version of Steam and stuff, and people only use it for Battlefield 3. But they were advertising Medal of Honor Warfighter, and basically in this advert, they offer something for pre-orders, and what they're offering is early beta access for Battlefield 4, which there's no other indicator to where or when it's going to be released or anything like that, but just based on this tiny piece of information, I'm gonna guess that Battlefield 4 is going to be coming out in October in 2013. Now, my reasons for believing this are, well, basically that's the same way that it worked out previously with Medal of Honor and then Battlefield 3 coming out. Now, Medal of Honor came out last, October 2010, I think it was roughly around that time, and then of course Battlefield 3 hit about a year later. Now, the way that I think EA are working this is very similar to the style that Call of Duty, yes I know I mentioned it, please don't rage and stuff about it. It's very similar to the way that they do Call of Duty with Activision, sort of getting two developers to make intertwining Call of Duty games. So the way that they're doing it with EA is a Medal of Honor game, and then a Battlefield game next year, then a Medal of Honor game, then a Battle, and so on, and whatever. This is, I'm just guessing, right? There's no solid proof that this is the way that they're working things, but I think that that's what they're doing. Now, whether or not this is a good or a bad thing remains to be seen. Now, of course, a lot of people are like, oh no, they're just turning into Infinity Ward now. That's what I was saying to someone on Twitter earlier on, and they were just like, I hate DICE now. They're just turning into Infinity Ward. You need to remember, with the whole Infinity Ward debacle, all that shit, Infinity Ward weren't the bad guys in that whole situation with COD. They weren't. It was Activision pulling the strings behind the scenes. It's the publisher, and I think it's exactly the same with Battlefield and Medal of Honor. It's a money-making exercise. Now, whether or not DICE can make the game better in that short amount of time, actually improve on their game, as opposed to the way that COD has went, in my opinion, over the past few years, COD has just been rehash after rehash after rehash after rehash, and I've lost interest, as have many others. But then again, they seem to sell more every year somehow, I don't know, but that seems to be the way that it's working there. So hopefully Battlefield doesn't go down the same route. Medal of Honor coming up this year, obviously, is a very, very similar title to Battlefield. Now, the last Medal of Honor turned out relatively meh, if you want. I enjoyed it. I liked the single player, and I dabbed into the multiplayer a little bit, and I felt it was okay, but it had major flaws, which really detracted from the game, and it just led to me just going elsewhere for my multiplayer fix. And with Medal of Honor Warfighter, a few of you guys have been asking, am I going to be playing that? Am I going to be actually experimenting with that? I don't really know. I actually could have been playing in the alpha yesterday, but I never went through the sign-up process. Honestly, I don't really care. I mean, I'm not really bothered about Medal of Honor because, to be honest, when it comes to shooters these days, I'm good, man. I'm good. I've got my fucking 40 first-person shooter games sitting there. I don't need more and more and more and more, but we'll see what Medal of Honor has to offer. I watched the multiplayer trailer they had last week, and it actually looked alright. It looked quite fun. Some things they're trying out could go spectacularly wrong. You've seen things in the past that you see them in the trailers, you go, oh, that looks so cool, and then when the game comes out, that thing turns into be an actual fucking nightmare. So Whether or not Medal of Honor Warfighter will be a good game, a good standalone game, we shall see. But as for Battlefield 4, that is basically my opinion on how that is going to go. Because a lot of people are actually asking for Bad Company 3. I don't really know what I would rather have, Bad Company 3 or Battlefield 4. Either way, it's a new Battlefield title, and I will have a look at that. And you know, as a fan of the Battlefield series, I'm not going to turn my nose up at it. But if DICE go the same way that, well, if EA go the same way, really, as Activision, and rehashing the same old crap to us year after year after year, we will see what happens on that front, whether or not the game is still enjoyable after X amount of rehashes. You know, eventually it wears off. It doesn't matter what game it is. If it's going to be the same thing over and over again, you might as well play the old one. That's the way that I see it. But hopefully they can improve upon the game and put in some cool new stuff, and well, we can get some regular Battlefield games going. But it's all down to the developer and what they're able to do. As for the end of the game here, the gameplay, I just perched myself in this little position. This little like passageway I'm looking through, the little gap that I'm looking through there was brilliant there, honestly. I was just popping people left, right, well, I was popping people in a straight line, right in that little line. It was very, very effective. Now, me being a fucking idiot that I am, you might notice I'm playing as support. Yeah, I don't realize, oh, let's throw some ammo. Eventually I go, oh yeah, so I am. Fuck, there's ammo. I will just restock here, and away we go again. But I don't see that guy to my left, and he kills me, so that's great. But I think I get revived. No, I don't. Our team actually wins. I think I cut the last part out there. But I hope you guys have enjoyed. Tell us what your thoughts are on Battlefield 4 being announced, and how do you think the Battlefield series is going to go in the future. Hopefully they don't just rehash the crap out of it. But this is EA we're talking about, and they do like to make the monies, so that may be what they do. But I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have enjoyed, then please hit that like button down below. It really helps me out, as the infamous Shibby says, and support the cause. I will see you guys next time. Bye.
Just
AEK. Screw it, let's just spawn. In fact, I probably should have just left it. Oh, I know I should have just left it. Oh my.